the wounds that keep them small, the wounds that keep them in unworthiness, I don't deserve it, I don't look good, I'm not beautiful, any type of not enough kind of consciousness. I help them identify where that came from, clear it from themselves so that they can really be in their power. Growing up, I was actually severely bullied, both for being foreign and also because I was the chubby kid. And I ended up really, really hating myself, hating my body, and just feeling really uncomfortable in who I am, not knowing who I am. I was very shy, very quiet, didn't know my truth, let alone be able to speak it. Women have really related to their body as a project to fix, instead of seeing it as a portal to their power. Had I not gone through that level of darkness, I wouldn't be sitting here today. I wouldn't be helping the women that I'm helping. I wouldn't be in my power the way that I am.
So that's the pressure that made you the diamond that you are?
Yes.
My word.
Yes. Trust yourselves. Nobody's soul is yours. Nobody knows better than you. The body holds ancient codes. It holds codes of remembering, codes of our ancestors, codes that tell us the truth of what our body is. As I've let go of body shame, I've really been able to connect to this. And I've truly remembered what the body is capable of and what she holds. And if all women are able to do that, the world would legitimately transform overnight.
Welcome to Gems with Harakh, a podcast where luxury meets meaning and where the stories behind extraordinary people shine just as bright as the diamonds themselves. I'm Harakh Mehta, fourth-generation jeweler, spiritual thinker, and founder of Harakh, a high jewelry house featuring the finest colorless diamonds and rare gems, guided by my Indian heritage and a deep belief in compassionate luxury. Each week, we go beneath the surface to uncover the rare qualities that make a life truly precious. I'm getting goosebumps. Oh my word. I'm grateful that you're here.
My motto in life is be kind and serve.
I mean, it makes me happy to make other people happy.
When we receive, we give, and it feels just as good to give.
I think that's exactly what this show is about. This week's gem is an absolute powerhouse who is humble yet beautifully unapologetic about her success, passion, and purpose. Known as the spiritual surgeon, Cam Kashani is an Iranian-American entrepreneur, speaker, and transformational coach focused on guiding women through healing and self-empowerment. She was named one of the most inspirational women by Inc. magazine and has been featured in Forbes, Entrepreneur, LA Magazine, the LA Times, and many more. Cam, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, it's a pleasure to be here.
Spiritual surgeon. What a wonderful name. Tell me all about it.
Well, one of my clients called me that years ago and the name kind of stuck. And what I specialize in is helping women identify and heal their wounds. The wounds that keep them small, the wounds that keep them in unworthiness, I don't deserve it, I don't look good, I'm not beautiful, any type of not enough kind of consciousness. I help them identify where that came from, clear it from themselves so that they can really be in their power.
I love it. So you're healing through spirituality, and that's why the spiritual surgeon.
Yes, yes. Spirituality and empowerment.
Wonderful. Guide us a little bit through the process. Like, how does it all start? So, like, does someone come to you saying that they've been through trauma, or is it something more like specific to each individual?
Specific to each individual, definitely, but the pattern would be, yes, people come with trauma. There's something that they've either been through, or they come and they say, I have everything and something's missing. I feel unfulfilled. I feel like there's a part of me that is not myself. I feel unhappy, even though I have everything. I see that quite a bit. And that always comes back to being fully disconnected from yourself, from your heart, from your inner child, from being connected to your fullness and being unapologetic about your fullness. So I help them reconnect to all of that.
How did this all start, and was there something in your childhood that eventually led you to the successful person that you are today?
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely never thought I would be here. Growing up, I was actually severely bullied, both for being foreign. I'm Persian, born in Iran, but I've been in the States since I was 2. And also because I was the chubby kid. I was the chubby kid and everybody made fun of me all the time. And I ended up really, really hating myself, really, really hating my body, and just feeling really uncomfortable in who I am, not knowing who I am. I was very shy, very quiet, didn't know my truth, let alone be able to speak it. And it led to a series of different events. I abused the life out of my body in so many ways. I went through bulimia, I went through addiction, I went through so many different things to keep myself looking a certain way. And I just hated myself. And ultimately what it came to is I went through a divorce. I went through a divorce when my twin boys were only 1.5. And that was the beginning of my awakening. Once my divorce began, I started doing work on myself. I hired a coach. I started going to seminars, reading books, doing all these different things to really be able to release all of these different voices in my head that were not mine, that were telling me that there's something wrong with me, whether it's my body or who I am or whatever it was, really, really working on letting go of every single one of those. And as I did, I experienced such a miraculous transformation within myself, truly remembering my power, who I am, and what I'm here for. And that's the inspiration of wanting to help other women as well, because every woman in some way, shape, or form doesn't love herself, be it her body or otherwise. And I'm here to remind women that we are so powerful and we are so lovable and we are absolute goddesses, and anything else is a lie.
That almost gives me goosebumps. The entire process of like releasing all those foreign voices in your head, that must have been quite a task.
Yeah, it was not easy. Was not easy at all. It was intense. It was a lot of inner child work, going back to my little girl and reminding her that she's safe and she's beautiful and she's perfect and there's nothing wrong with her. And also connecting to all the other parts of me that felt left out, that felt misunderstood, that felt not enough. And really doing a lot of work and being really diligent, showing up every single day for myself, even when I really, really didn't want to. Lots of persistence, but it all paid off.
Even as you're saying this, I can sense your passion, but also your discipline and your commitment towards becoming the best version of your own self.
Yeah. That's really my goal, is to be the most me that I can be, and to never shrink, and to never adjust myself according to where I am, to just always be fully true to myself, whatever that looks like, no matter where I am.
Now, I've heard that so many times that, people say that, be the best version you can. You've got to like embrace yourself. But it's not often that easy, right? I mean, it's said in so many words. What do you think are one of the biggest obstacles today, especially in America, especially for women? What are they facing that actually stops them from like being the best version of themselves?
I really think it does come down to the body. I think that every woman has been conditioned and programmed and lied to and told that your body needs to look a certain way your entire life. Even though we give birth to babies, even though we go through so many different changes as we grow older, and yet we're always shown this one ideal. And so women have really related to their body as a project to fix, instead of seeing it as a portal to their power. We're conditioned, all this different programming, all these shows and whatnot, all these models, everyone is showing us this one thing, when in reality, everybody is so unique and different. And so if women really let that go, really let go of the need to look perfect, which doesn't exist, as you are is perfect. If they let that go and connect to their body, the body holds ancient codes. It holds codes of remembering, codes of our ancestors, codes that tell us the truth of what our body is. As I've let go of body shame, I've really been able to connect to this. And I've truly remembered what the body is capable of and what she holds. And if all women are able to do that, the world would legitimately transform overnight.
Even as you're saying this, I'm feeling the very throes of transformation like actually happening. I'm seeing you becoming a different person as you're embracing like these beautiful codes that have been left behind by our ancestors, by our forefathers, to become this amazing person.
Thank you.
And in my world, I mean, I'm a jeweler, as you know. I'm I've founder of our brand, but Harakh. But we've been in the diamond business for 4 generations, and one of the things I've often heard a lot of people in the business say is that most diamonds out there have imperfections.
Yeah.
yet it's a diamond.
Yeah.
And no one diamond is, no two diamonds are alike. So each diamond is unique. Each diamond is its own self. Each diamond carries their own brilliance, something that was, gifted to them by billions of years of pressure. And it's only after the pressure that you become the diamond that you are.
There it is.
So it almost seems like a good analogy as I'm hearing you speak about it.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's so much beauty in the difference, right? There's so much beauty in embracing that difference.
And
imagine all
embracing your
diamonds.
imperfections.
Yes, exactly. Like if all diamonds look the same, it wouldn't be special.
It won't be special. Each diamond is different.
Yeah, exactly. And I must say, your jewelry is stunning.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
So, well, not that I'm biased, but I have to say that in terms of like the jewelry that you're wearing, the bracelet that you're wearing on your wrist out there, that's actually part of our Raindrop collection. And there's a very interesting story behind this, something that goes back to my childhood. So Harakh, my name, means joy. And it's my mission to spread joy, because I do believe that the greatest form of joy is to spread joy.
Yes.
And with that Raindrop bracelet, I still remember, and this must have been way back when I was 12 or 13. But in India, where I was growing up, you have these oppressively long summers, they are very, very hot. And the first sign of the rains and the first sign of the monsoons actually signifies a huge relief because, the temperature cools down. And
Yeah.
I was in school then, and it was having an unusually long summer back then. So suddenly it started raining in the middle of the school day. And a bunch of us just left class, went outside and danced in the rain.
Oh, I love
So
that.
I still remember that joy of being drenched. Not so fun afterwards, after our schoolmasters gave us detention. But still, totally worth it. So now, going back to your lovely story, when you talk about embracing who you really are and that transformation, is it a spiritual process? Obviously I know that you're the spiritual surgeon, but is it a spiritual process in the sense that you go beyond the body and discover your soul? Or would you say it's a spiritual process in terms of, understanding and empathizing more with your own self?
Beautiful question. The way I would answer that is, it's connecting to your divine feminine as a woman.
Wow, hold on. You've got to repeat that. Your divine
feminine.
Wow.
Divine feminine. So the men, the divine masculine. For women, the divine feminine. And the divine feminine is the most authentically empowered aspect of self. And she resides in all of us because men and women were made of both energies, masculine and feminine. But when a woman connects to her divine feminine energy, it's her goddess energy. It's her soul's true blueprint. It's the truth of who she is. It's that power that she is. It's something so far beyond anything your mind can actually grasp. It's really connecting to that embodiment and that power that lies within in your solar plexus, your chi, your whole entire essence. And so for me, connecting to that energy was absolutely life-changing in being able to really come into my power. And so I assist women with doing the same. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, connecting to the higher self.
And how do you do that? How do you actually, for our viewers, what would your advice be for them? How can they get started?
Yeah, I look at it as a 3-step process. I actually created a method called the RISE method.
Okay.
Yeah, and what it is connecting to 3 different parts of you. One is the inner child, connecting to the little one inside, because it's the little one who created all of these different beliefs that aren't necessarily true, depending on whatever experiences that they went through. So sitting with the inner child in meditation, quietly, lovingly, acceptingly, with no judgment, and really allowing the little one to have the space to be whatever they were told not to be. Because how many of us were told, don't do this, don't do that, don't go there, be this way, be quiet, blah, blah, blah.
No.
Exactly,
And
right?
turning them into a yes.
Yes. So letting your little one be too much, letting them be loud, letting them break things, in a responsible way. Doing all the things that they were told not to do. That would be the first step, okay? Once you do that, the next step would be connecting to the divine feminine. And again, in meditation. And it takes time, right? All of these things take time. Some people are very disconnected and they're not able to immediately connect. So it's a matter of just showing up every day, even just for 5 minutes at a time, and calling that energy forward. I call forward my divine feminine, I call forward my inner child, and really speaking to them and feeling, for the divine feminine, feeling her power, feeling her energy, feeling the truth of who she is, because she doesn't subscribe to any narratives.
Certainly not the imperfectly perfect women.
Absolutely not. No, she is just pure light, pure goddess energy. Nothing can mess with her, right? And then the third step would be connecting to your higher self. And that's your God self, your soul self, the part of you that truly is divine. And you connect to that part in order to realize that your wounding is not something you need to identify with. So many people identify with their wounding. Oh, I'm not good enough. I'm a mess. I'm broken. I'm this. These statements keep them in this lower consciousness. But when you connect to the higher self and you feel that God energy inside of you, all of these things you see, oh, it's a story. That's not true. I can actually disconnect from that and allow myself to be in my full power. And doing these 3 steps consistently on a daily basis, again, even only for 5 minutes at a time, but over time, you become unmessable. It's really, really powerful. I've used this process myself. I've coached hundreds of women through it. It really, really works.
Welcome to Harakh, where craftsmanship and compassion meet. Handcrafted with rare, colorless diamonds and generational traditions, each jewel is an act of conscious beauty. Experience luxury with purpose. Discover the collection at Harakh.com.
It almost seems to me when you connect to your inner self, you almost become aware of the incredible power that resides within you. And coming from India, like a culture which worships deities, there are lots of female goddesses that we bow down to and pray every day. But it almost seems to me that a concept where your soul has so many negative karma on it, and you're almost shedding off the negative karma by just connecting to it, listening to it, being aware of it. And once the karma actually is shed off, your soul really truly becomes its own. It was always powerful. It's just that, if you think of a glass and you think of dust particles on it, and you think that, okay, I cannot see through it because, it's very, how should I say, it's opaque, I can't see through it. But the moment you connect through it and, the dust particles start to shed off, like how the karma sheds off, then you see the vibrancy, the light, and it becomes its true nature.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's exactly that, right? In a different way. It's being able to release all these stories, all these webs, all these different things in the way of your true self.
So often, and I see this all the time in my world, because a lot of women that I speak to, some really huge collectors of our product, they come and say that I feel empowered. And I actually see when they from a jewelry point of view, when they wear a piece of jewelry, they're empowering themselves, they're healing themselves, they're saying, you know what, I'm worth it.
Yes.
It's good enough for me.
Yes.
I don't need to think that, with all the codes that you have, written in your childhood that, oh, you're not worthy enough of it, or you do not deserve this. It almost seems like, they're shedding off those codes.
Absolutely, yeah. In a interesting way, we're both in the business of making women beautiful.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So, yeah. And, I'd also like to think of it where Harakh is also where inner beauty and outer beauty meet, because a lot of our brand is actually based, believe it or not, on spirituality.
I love that.
And that was one of the reasons why I was so excited to meet you, because not many high jewelry brands, and certainly not the ones that are, let's say, the most visible, actually have spirituality is one of the tenets. And the way we do it is, it's not just about, choosing the best materials, choosing the, like the rarest of diamonds, the gemstones, the highest quality gold, but also enriching lives. Yeah. So the artisans we hire, we ensure that they're able to preserve the works that their forefathers have taught us. So in some ways, the codes that you spoke about, they're being preserved and, passed on, to speak a modern language of luxury. And also, we also feel that many of the jewels that we make, like, they carry like in some way the blessings of the people who made it. So it's also empowering that way, in the whole ecosystem.
Yeah, absolutely. The energy transfers.
The energy transfers.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah. Very beautiful. I love that.
And what are your feelings on that? Like, do you feel that women should own their success? Women should, be proud about it? What are your feelings? Or is there like a happy balance? Or what's your thought on that?
I think that everyone should really own their success. Absolutely. There should never be guilt. Guilt is not real.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, guilt is a projection. It's something that somebody else throws at us, and it's up to us to actually receive it or not. And so if somebody is in the consciousness of the divine feminine, guilt is not a thing. It doesn't exist. Why should that even be real? Why should I not deserve everything that I've worked for? That makes no actual sense. It's just this lower consciousness energy that's trying to keep you down. Again, it's a wound. It goes back to, I don't deserve it. I'm not worthy of success. I don't deserve to be in this space that I am. I'm all about owning it. It's very, very important, and it inspires and uplifts others around you as well.
Now, I believe you have your own podcast as well?
Yes.
What's it called?
The Cam Kashani Show.
Tell us about it.
It's been on hiatus for a little bit, but it's different. Whatever I feel inspired about talking about that day. Anything from healing trauma to embodying your power, to incorporating boundaries, to how to let go of different wounds. I have different meditations on there, connecting to your inner child, connecting to your divine feminine. All these different things are on there.
Wow. It sounds so interesting, and I'm sure like our viewers watching this would want to go back and revisit some of those episodes.
Yeah, absolutely. I also just released a book.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that process that I spoke about earlier, the RISE method. It's all in that book, and it's a book that combines my story and everything I've gone through, in addition to different clients that I've coached and how I've gotten them through different situations, and incorporating that method. And it's called Becoming Unfuckwithable.
All right. So it does seem that, I mean, the gem that you are, and you're, spreading your radiance through your podcast, through this new book that's coming out, which I've got to get a copy of. But every gem that is the shining beauty that it's today didn't start out that way. No. It starts out as a piece of rough stone on the earth.
Yes.
And along the way, people cut and polish it, and to bring out its true potential. Tell us a little bit more about those rough moments
of my life. There are so many. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, the one that stands out the most, that was definitely the roughest, was my divorce. Because not only did I go through a divorce, I also lost my business. I lost my business as a result of my divorce.
Your business in?
Before I became a coach,
okay.
My past life was in the tech world.
Okay, so I'm discovering new layers to you. Tell us about the tech world.
Yeah, so back in 2010, I co-founded a space. It was called Coloft. Okay. And it was in Santa Monica. And it was basically ground zero for the LA tech community. It ended up building the LA tech ecosystem as we know it. When we started that space, There was no activity in the LA tech space.
Okay.
We grew that space. We had Uber, Instacart, ZipRecruiter, so many different big known tech companies came out of our space. And I was known as the godmother of Silicon Beach.
Okay. So the spiritual surgeon, the godmother of Silicon Beach. Is there anything else that we're missing out on?
I think that's it for now. But yeah, I really, really loved that space. I really, really loved that business. And as energy works, because my business partner was my ex-husband, I had to let go of the business. And so I
must have
found
been so tough.
yeah, it was the darkest moment where I really felt completely alone with 2 babies. And just
Two
like
young babies.
1.5. They were 1.5. I felt alone, I felt scared, terrified. I didn't trust myself at all. I felt abandoned in so many ways, even by
My
spirit.
word.
Yeah, I just felt empty, dark, and scared. And I definitely went through a period of time where I was a zombie. I was drinking a lot. I was checking out as much as I can because I was just terrified of being in my body. I was terrified. Every decision I made, every sentence that came out of my mouth, I questioned. I was so scared of making the wrong move or saying the wrong thing. I couldn't even compose an email or a text message without checking with somebody else. Does this make sense? Did I do this right? It was a really, really dark time. And as God would have it, I somehow ended up finding a coach. Like, it came to me. And speaking to this coach and just beginning to unravel the different emotions I was feeling and understanding that everything is actually happening for me, as difficult and dark as it is, to really see it as a blessing, which now, when I look back at that time, it was the biggest blessing. Had I not gone through that level of darkness, I wouldn't be sitting here today. I wouldn't be helping the women that I'm helping. I wouldn't be in my power the way that I am.
So that's the pressure that made you the diamond
Yes.
that you are.
Yes.
My word.
Yes, exactly.
What an amazing story. What a beautiful story. And I'm sure that it would help so many other women and even men, frankly, who are humanity, who are in that space and feeling in a really dark space, thinking that, I can come out of this, I can really also focus and, on myself and, call upon my inner powers to lift me out of the situation.
Absolutely. Everybody can do it. It's just a matter of not giving up and truly believing in yourself and coming back to that centered space within yourself to remember who you are.
So that's a perfect segue into what I request a lot of our guests, what all our guests to do, and that is to share what I call a gem of an insight. So it could be something from your life, and just something motivational, something inspirational, or just some general words of wisdom that you've learned. But it has to be your own gem of an insight.
Yes, of course. Well, what comes forward is 2 things. One is persistence in regards to never giving up. Never, ever, ever giving up. No matter how dark it is, no matter how painful it is, no matter how, hopeless it seems, to just keep showing up. Keep showing up for yourself. Do not give up. At some point, something will give. At some point, something will work out. That's the first piece. And what I really, really, really want everyone to always remember is to trust yourselves. Because we live in a world where we are told from day one that we have to outsource our authority. We have to outsource our knowing, outsource our beliefs, outsource everything. Somebody else knows better than I do. This is always what we've been told. And so really coming into that space of full self-authority, fully trusting yourself, and realizing that nobody's soul is yours. Nobody knows better than you. We always know best. So many decisions I've made, I was told not to make them, but inside me, I felt it. I knew that this would be the right path, even though everyone was like, what are you doing? Are you crazy? Where are you going this way? But it all worked out, and it worked out beautifully. So deep, deep, deep self-trust, which needs to be cultivated through inner child work.
I'm hearing you, I'm understanding. It almost seems that when you listen to yourself and you trust yourself, you're actually activating the divinity within you.
Yes.
And that divinity is never wrong.
That's right.
It will always show you the light.
Yes, 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 yes. Amen to that.
Well, Cam, we have a parting tradition on the show. So in this little gold pouch is a small diary, and I've written a little message to you. As you know, our mission is to spread joy, and you've been such a wonderful source of inspiration.
Thank you.
To so many people. There's a little message from me. Godspeeding you on your lovely mission and your work. And it's with the greatest of pleasure that I give
Thank you
this to
so
you.
much. Thank you. This is beautiful. Thank you. I receive.
Cam, thank you so much for coming and joining us on this show. It's been an
Thank you for
absolute
having
pleasure.
me. Thank you so much, Harakh. It's been an absolute pleasure. I love our conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
To learn more about this week's guest and the Harakh brand, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, or visit harakh.com.